Good everyone, my name is Graphics. In this video, we are to transform an orthographic projection into isometric. Now, if you look at the right hand side of the screen, you see a view that is in orthographic projection, first angle projection, and we are told to convert that view into isometric views, right? So the first thing you do is that you first of all, to draw an isometric, first of all, draw your isometric axis, right? Which will have to be, you place your set square on your T square, right? And you draw your inclined line this way. You can see that? And you turn it this way too. You do the same thing too. This way. You can see that? And you draw the vertical one too. Now this is the inclined axis we have. Both of them are in 30 degree to the horizontal. This is the horizontal, so it means that from here to here is 30, from here to here is 30, right? Now the next thing we're going to do is to get the total length of the figure, right? And since this is in first angle projection, this is our elevation here. So the total length of the elevation from here to here is given as 130. So I am going to measure 130 on my meter rule, like place my meter rule on my drawing sheet, and I'll place it this way. So from here, this is 0 to what? 100 and what? 130. You can see that? So this point here is 100 and what? 130. Now the next thing is the entire width from here to here is from here to here, right? Which is given as what? 75. So I'll measure my entire width to be given as what? 75. So from 0 to 75 here. Then the next thing is the height. The entire height is also given from here to here, which is also what? 75. So I'm going to measure 75 as my entire height. This is 75 here. You can see that? Now we've successfully drawn out the point. The next thing is for we to project those points upward. So if I place my set square on my T square, I'll project this point up. I'll come here also. I'll also project this point up, or the point I marked. Right? Now in doing that, I'm going to lie this down this way, and at the height of 70, what I did at the base here, that I draw this, I will use the same angle 30 degree, and I'll project this up this way. I see that. I'm going to bend it this way also. I'll do the same thing at an angle what? 30 degree. I'll do the same thing here. I'll move my set square to the next point here. I'll do the same thing. I'll turn it this way, and I'll do the same thing here. I'll close it up. Now what I've done, I have successfully produced the figure that I need. I see that. So in this figure, I'm going to carve out my image. Now we'll start from the end view. Now if you look at the diagram, this is the end view. So we'll start from the end view. Or better still, we'll start from the plan. Let's start from the plan. from here to here is from here to in the plan, and it is thickened. So I'm going to thicken that point. So I'm going to thicken that point from this point to this point. It is thickened. You can see that. Now the next thing is from here to here is given as 30, right? I'm also thicken the line too. So I'm going to measure 30 from here to here also, which is the same thing. So I'll measure the 30, and I'm going to also thicken it this way. So this is we're drawing from the plan. Now move forward again. Now if you look at this, there's a space in between, right? At the end there is a space. If you look at the elevation here, it's over that from here to here is open. Definitely that place too is also open. So I'm going to measure, and the distance from here to here is what, 25. So I'm going to measure 25 from this point. From here, this is 25. You can see that, and I'll also use my set square to project it. All the lines must be parallel, so that is the 25. Now the next one is 30 again. So from this point to this point is 30, which is this point to this point here, which is 30. And I'm going to also what? I'm going to also thicken it from this point to this point is 30. You can see that. And I'm going to close this point up, right, from here to here. I'll close it up from here to here. I'll close it up. Even the same thing to at this point. I'll close it up. I'll also close it up. You can see that. Now the next thing is, if you watch closely, from this point to this point is 15, and from here to here is from here to somewhere around here, right? So I'm going to measure 15 from that point upward. So measure 15, 0 to 15 here. You can see that. And I'm going to, and it's thickened. So I'm going to make it thickened from this point straight down to here. You can see that. Now the next thing is, from here it is thickened to the last point here. So I'm going to thicken from this point to the last point here. You can see that. Now the next thing too, the base also is also thickened from here to the last point here. Are we good? Now the next thing is, I'll first of all use my faint line. Before that, I'll use my faint line to take this in this way first, right? And we are told that the distance from this point to this point here is 50, right? The distance is 50. So from here in the diagram to this point is 50. So what I'll do is, I'm going to get half of 75, which will be 37.5. So let's measure that. Half of 75, right? So this is 30, 35, 36, 37.5, somewhere around here. Are we good? Let's check that properly. This is 10, 20, this is 10, 20, 30, 35, 36, 37.5, somewhere around here, right? So I'm going to take that point up. So we've gotten the center, so I'll just like project that point upward this way, right? So what I'll just do is, I'm going to measure, just project this point upward this way. I see that. So I'll measure, since from that point, this point to this point is 50, I'm going to measure 25 on my meter rule. 25, place it like this, from 0 to this is 25, you can see that. And I'll place at that center. I'm going to mark 25 to the left, to the right, 25 to the left. So I'm going to do is, I'll tick in those points. Since from here to here is ticking the diagram, I'm going to tick in from here to here, and also from here to here. Then the rest is connected to this point here. And also to this point here. Can you see that? Now what I'll do next is that this is going in this way, and I'm going to move this to this point where it stops. So I cannot draw it inside because inside the figure that will be hidden line. So I'll just connect the end point here to this point like this. You can see that. Now the next thing is that I'm going to do is that I'm going to measure height of from here to here is giving us what, 35. So mean I'll measure 35 from here upward. So I measure 35 from the diagram upward from 0 to 35, right? Then I'll just connect it with, since you see in the diagram that from here to here is thickened, so that means at the end view, these are the end view here, from here to here, I'm going to thicken it. You can see that. Then I'll join here to here together as shown in the diagram. You can see my arrow pointing to this point. You can see that. And I will now join the end here to this end here because it's slant. That's why you can see this part both in the plan and in the elevation, both in the plan and the elevation. So I'm going to just connect from here to here. I'll take in here. I'll connect from here to here. I'll also take in here. You can see that. Now I'll also close here up as shown in the diagram too. From this point to this point, I'll take in it. You can see that. Now the next thing is at this point here, if you discover that from here to here is 15, also from here to here is also 15. So I'm going to just draw a line at this point here, right, this way, and I'm going to measure 30 on that line. That is a segment of 15, 15. So from here, 0, this is 15, 1, I'll come again, another 15, 2. So it means that from here to here is 30, but in between here is 15, right? So once I've done that, at the base here, right, I'm going to measure the 15 this way. You can see that. And I'm going to draw here also this way. I'll bring it down this way, right? And we are told that the distance from here to here is also given as what? As 50, right? It's also given as what? As 50. So what I'll do is I'm going to get the center of this point, these 2 points here, right? So when I get the center, let me just bisect it first of all. From here to here, I'll bisect it in order to have my 50. So from here to here, I'll bisect just to get the center of that line. I'll come here also, I'll bisect just to get the center of that line. So where they meet, from this point straight down to this point, the center here is my 15. It's the center there. So I'll now measure, since from this point to this point is 50, I'll now measure half of 50, which is 25, from here to here, right? I'll now place it at the center here. I'll mark to the left, and also I'll mark to the right. So this point is what I'm going to bring down. So bring this point down. So from here, I'll bring this point down. I'll thicken it. Also from here, I'll bring this point down. I'll thicken it. And I'm going to join from here to here, this way. You can see that. And I'm also going to join from here to here, this way, as shown in the elevation, right? So also in the elevation, you discover that this point from here to here, I'll connect it, and also from here to here, I'm going to connect it. You can see that. Now what I'm going to do is I'll bring this down a little bit this way and try to make it, I'll close it up, right? I'll close it up from here to here, is closed up because it's a block diagram, so everything you see is in block. Close it up. Now the next thing I'm going to do is this. If I project this point this way, it's supposed to be a faint line, but I will also use a hidden line. So I use my faint line to show that this is stopping here. Similarly, the base also here also, I'll bring this in faint line, and I'll close it up inward this way. So that end point here that they meet, I'm going to bring it down with my faint line. You can see that. So it means that since from here to here is here, automatically I'm going to join from this point to this point here. You can see that. Then the next thing I'm going to do is I'll take this in from here. I'll just stop here, so it must not go into the figure. You can see that. Then what else again are we doing? Now we've drawn this. So what is the next thing we should be doing? Next thing we'll be doing here should just be the dimensioning, right? So I'll quickly do dimensioning, which you can easily just watch, but I'll fast forward it. So if you have found this video helpful, please don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and comment. Thanks for watching.